What up, everyone? You know who I am, Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Check us out on YouTube, man. Smash the button, yo. But anyways, normally I don't do annuals of the Fantastic Four, but this one is absolutely necessary. This is the wedding of Sue and Reed, featuring almost everybody in the Marvel Universe up till 1965. I shit you not, Outlaws. We're about to go into a battle royale. Yeah, and there's Dr. Doom, the main man, Victor Von Doom, reading about the wedding bells are about to toll for Reed and Sue. And at this point, Doom's been beaten quite a few times. He's been lost in space, microverse, he's had his hand smashed in by Thing, and he just plans to ruin this wedding with a machine that amplifies villains' emotions. He'll make them want to attack the Fantastic Four, destroy them. Meanwhile, at the Baxter Building, the wedding of the century is going on. And Thing is having a moment. He's actually talking with Iron Man right here. And everyone's kind of like excited, you know, that Reed and Sue, these two celebrities, are getting married. Now the Puppet Master's here. And he has one of the guests walking up with a weapon in hand. And the guest actually gets caught by S.H.I.E.L.D. And the Puppet Master realizes that he's being controlled and that something's trying to control him. He ends up running away, but the gorillas and the Red Ghost are back, and they want a little payback too. And Thing's kind of having a moment right here, trying to figure out what's going on, talking to Professor Xavier, and the Mole Man shows up with the Moloids. Yes, like I said, this is one big fight. Xavier calls in the troops, the X-Men come in, and the Mole Man gets a shot off on Beast. And this proves, you know, as much as people make fun of the Mole Man, he can get one up on certain people. But anyways, they stomp the Moloids and the Mole Man back down. They throw them all back in the hole in which they popped out of. Iceman seals it up. But this is only the beginning. And Thing is starting to realize that this is going to be a very, very long day full of clobbering. Now, as Thing's starting to realize the situation that he's in, those monkeys from earlier attack, and they're attacking Sue with Reed trying to stop him, and the fight just keeps going. The Red Ghost pops out of nowhere. Storm tries to hit him with a fire blast, but in his intangible form, it doesn't do anything. But all of a sudden, they're sent. They vanish. They fall into a void, another dimension, for Doctor Strange is showing up to give them a hand. And it's kind of sad that these four creatures are actually wandering off into a void right now, thanks to Doctor Strange. But anyways, another Doctor Doom, is using this machine. It's spreading out to everyone. Diablo, the Black Knight, Crane, the Mad Thinker, you name it. Just a hodgepodge of supervillains ready to rumble. And as Thor's kind of like flying to the wedding, he gets shot. And he realizes that it was a Skrull, an alien from out of nowhere. And he just hammers it. And the Fantastic Four are just kind of wondering what's going on, what that explosion was. And the Human Torch, of course, flies off to figure out what's going on and who is attacking them now. Sue is starting to get worried the wedding's not going to happen. They tell Matt Murdock, their attorney, to go kind of calm the crowd down. But Matt Murdock, a.k.a. Daredevil, has other ideas. And this little terrorist group right here is trying to do the classic bomb thing. Let's just flat out attack them. And Daredevil goes to town on these people, just whooping ass left and right. And speaking of ass whoopers, there's Captain America right there, taking care of Cobra from the Serpent Society. Like I said, everyone is getting in on this fight. And this guy twists around, he bends and stuff, but Captain America just outmaneuvers him and slams him into the Executioner, which is the Enchantress's kind of number 2. So the fight keeps going. This other character, this guy named Hyde, he's about to attack as well. Out of nowhere, Hawkeye helps out. A safe falls on Hawkeye. Spider-Man ends up saving the day. And this melee continues as the Executioner and Captain America are going at it. And the Executioner is stronger, but we've seen Cap take out bigger opponents before. That's just Cap. He knows how to fight. He knows how to maneuver. And most of all, he knows how to use that shield. Meanwhile, the Black Knight is having a little one-on-one time with Angel. And out of nowhere, Diablo interferes and ends up hitting Angel in the back. Like I said, this is a grand melee, y'all. I love this. I love a good fight. Woo! Yeah. Anyways, Angel falls, but Iceman ends up recovering. And out of nowhere, villains start shooting at Iceman, including Electro. Anyway, Cyclops comes out to give a little help, but he ends up being outclassed because of the numbers game. Often enough, the numbers game. But the numbers game has just been equalized because Avengers assemble. So it's the Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four are just squaring off against everyone. Iron Man trying to square off against the awesome android, and he ends up finding a way to maneuver around the android. Meanwhile, Quicksilver and this tornado guy having a little run right here, and boom, Quicksilver takes him out. Wow. This guy right here, Attila, he was a former ruler of Atlantis, or whatever his name was. They ended up being usurped by Namor and the Fantastic Four. He decides to take a pot shot. He fires a beam, and it destroys part of the harbor. Meanwhile, this fight is going on, but they're two equally matched. The numbers are even until the Watcher appears. Yes, the Watcher himself is getting into this fight, but he cannot interfere. He can only help. So he takes Reed through one dimension to another into his lair. His own fortress of solitude, you may say. The Watcher's lair on the moon. The blue part of the moon. And this is where he gives Reed a machine and tells him he cannot show him how to use it, but Reed's intelligence should pretty much cover it. So Reed starts getting this machine set up while the fight continues. Now this technology is even beyond Reed, beyond Doom, and he uses the machine. He hooks it up to his brain, and it sucks all the villains in, returns them to their place in the past, and also wipes their memory clean, so they'll have no knowledge of the events that just transpired. And that leaves the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and the Avengers ready, for they have a wedding to attend to. And as Reed and Sue say their vows, their I do's, and they kiss, two guests are not invited to the party. And it ends up being Stan Lee and Jack the King Kirby as they walk off into the night. And what will happen the next time for the Fantastic Four, we'll find out, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side.